This might be uncomfortable for a few, but someone needs to address the elephant. OCD does not generally plateau on its own, or it does not generally naturally mellow over time. With behavioral management, OCD's expansion is often the outcome that one experiences. Either old triggers get severe or new ones arise, or old themes catch on intensity or new ones enter the picture. Relief earlier caused by older compulsions does not exist because the threshold has already been multiplied. Rituals that once took 20 minutes might now take 2 hours. Relationships and family life, which were already bad, now might feel like an agreement on a piece of paper. In communities of people managing OCD, a common pattern exists. It is more consuming now than it was a decade ago. The tools they have accumulated have kept them functional, but the condition has not diminished, but it has found a bigger territory. This is a natural course when roots are untouched, ignored, or often criticized simply because the idea disturbs a set pattern of thinking. See, surface management is important as it preserves functioning, but the longer the subconscious roots are unaddressed, the more complex the web of suffering becomes. The time to address the roots is not when things get worse, but it is now while the system is still accessible. Reach out if this is where you are and share this with someone who has been managing OCD for long and deserves to know the path where roots are not